welcome back, friends. It is going on 1:30 and I'm just getting around to making myself something to eat. But I like a couple fried eggs and a piece of toast, and I don't care if it's lunchtime, breakfast time, dinner time, whatever. My washer's going pretty loud in the background, but I figured I would just start my video now because I've not actually talked to the camera. I started this morning getting some stuff done on the computer, and then I'm planning on doing a bunch of stuff around the house. I've been working on a lot of cleaning, laundry, got everything tidied up. I want to do some decluttering. I also, like upstairs, like for my home decor, I want to do some decluttering because I need to run to a thrift store soon, to donate. And so I want to see what else I can find. I also have an organization project that I had wanted to work on. We'll see. I also would like to bake something, and I have dinner to make tonight. So I need to sit down and look at the recipes, see what I need to pull out of the freezer and all of that, or butter or cream cheese that needs to soften. Oh, that's something else. I want to make a dip to eat with some apples that need to be eaten up. So, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm usually pretty, oh man. That's going to get stinky. I don't even know how that got over there. Oh well. I guess I'm going to add cleaning the stove to my list. I have a lot more that I'd like to do that we'll see what we can get done. Maybe this will be a 2-day vlog. I'm not sure. But yeah, I just figured I'd take you along for a day of homemaking and stuff in the kitchen, and 2 fried eggs and some orange juice and pineapple juice. Nearly every day. It never gets old for me. I'm gonna eat this and look up some recipes, so I need to figure out what I need to do next. All right, I decided I was gonna get started with this dip. I need to pull the recipe up. I saw this over on Anne's family recipe. I will have her channel linked, and I'll also have this recipe linked. She doesn't post super often, but she always posts really yummy stuff. And I had some pumpkin that I needed to use up, although I'm gonna be opening up some more pumpkin today, but I wanted to use this. So I'm deviating from the recipe a little bit, just based on, I don't know, reading some reviews. Doesn't mean that the recipe is bad. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do sugar first, because if I do the pumpkin first, the sugar will really stick. So the first deviation is I'm using 8 ounces of cream cheese. I did soften it in the microwave. I think you're supposed to use 6, but I guess I could have made half the recipe. Anyways, I didn't. Oh, this was the other deviation. I wasn't gonna use the full amount of brown sugar. I try to cut my sugar whenever I can, and based on the reviews, it sounds like people enjoyed it just as much if they cut the sugar, so. But I have a cup of brown sugar and then a half cup of canned pumpkin. I think that's what's left. Yeah, that's pretty much what's left, so. I know that was a weird way to measure. I started measuring in the measuring cup just to kind of gauge if it was gonna be the right amount. I don't know if I'm gonna regret using this small of a bowl, but we're gonna mix this for a couple of minutes till we get it nice and smooth. Mine was so softened that it is not gonna take a couple of minutes. I also don't mind if I have cream cheese chunks in anything, but you do you. This recipe does not call for vanilla, but I like vanilla added to everything, and I have copious amounts of it. So I did a big old teaspoon, not even a measuring teaspoon. And then we're gonna eyeball this. It says 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. And a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm gonna chill this because the cream cheese was, you know, a little warm from softening it. And then we are going to cut up some apples. I have some apples that have some like bruises on them, and I see the bruises are growing because I have not eaten them. So we're gonna cut them up and have a snack later. I was going to try a new recipe to make like a pumpkin, or to make a bread or a muffin, but my husband made a request, which he doesn't often, for me to make the pumpkin bread I made recently again, and it was so good. So I'm gonna do that. I will leave that video linked for you if you missed it. So good. So I won't be sharing another baking recipe today, but I am gonna share, oh, I made a mess. But I am gonna share my dinner recipe tonight. All right, I'm just hanging up a few items that were hanging on my drying racks here. This isn't a good angle. Okay, I don't know if this is great lighting, but I wanted, before I put it away, I thought I'd show you this dress I got. It's like a knee-length dress. Looks great with my outfit, right? But I really love it. It had a great neckline, and it's not one of those sleeveless dresses that's like, you know, funky over here. Got it from Walmart and washed it, and I'm putting it away. Although I will be taking it on a trip coming up. But I think even in this in-between like warmer fall weather, you could wear it with like a denim jacket over it, and it might look cute with ankle booties. I don't know, but I will be going somewhere warm. But I also just got it for like summer because I was looking for summer dresses. This is an area of struggle. It's in my craft room, so it's like an area that doesn't matter, but I don't really want my craft room to be chaotic, you know? I have not finished fully decorating our home. We've been here for almost a year. And that might seem crazy for some of you, but I have a hard time making decisions. So I don't want to get rid of stuff if I don't know yet if I'm going to use it. I do want to have get some shelves put up in a room where I can put some decor. So like I know I'll be able to use more things, but I think if I don't love it, it's going. And then maybe by next year, I can fully assess, you know? I also think I might need to get a couple small bins for smaller holiday collections, like patriotic stuff. There's not a ton of it. So yeah, I'm gonna put on something on my computer to listen to and try to make this happen. At least make progress. All right, I don't know how much better it looks, but I got some bins packed up. I'm gonna show you what I decided to get rid of. I did move some stuff over to my crafting area, which is now kind of a mess, but that's gotta be organized into my crafting space. So I'm gonna call it good for now. I think I'm gonna go try out that pumpkin dip, but I made some progress. All right, here is everything that I'm getting rid of. There's a lot in there, a lot of little pieces too. I'm a mess, I'm hot. Turn on the ceiling fan. Actually, I might turn on the air conditioning because I'm warm. I am wearing a long sleeve shirt, but I was, oops, bumped into the wall. I tend to be I don't know, I struggle sometimes with projects because I just want to get it done, but then sometimes it's no, you just need to do a bite-sized piece. So today I was if I can make a decision quickly, then I'm going to do it and then move on. I'll go back through another time. I have a bunch of stuff in my car and in the house. It's already boxed up to be donated, so I'm gonna add this to it. I'm gonna make a drop off tomorrow. and I'll finish working up there another day. So it's my dryer. So, you know, stay tuned for more decluttering. There will no doubt be some. This pumpkin dip with the apple slices is so, so good. Now it's time to get started on dinner. My ground beef is a little frozen in the center. I'm making a tater tot casserole. I am cutting the recipe in half because I do not want a 9x13 worth of tater tot casserole for the two of us. I am adding in carrots eventually. So I got my ground beef, onion, and then I'm gonna add in carrots. That was in addition to the recipe, but I thought that would be good. I think I'm gonna add corn too because I have it in the fridge, an open container, an open can. So I'm gonna let this go here for a little bit before we add the rest of the carrots. We're gonna get started on a homemade cheese sauce. So I'm putting 1 tablespoon of butter. I should probably turn the burner on. That will help speed this up a little bit. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven, although I don't know if mine will. I'm thinking of still doing mine in a 9x13 and then it just won't be as thick instead of doing it in a smaller casserole dish. I'm not totally decided what I'm doing yet. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the carrots. To our butter, we're gonna add in a tablespoon of flour and give that a good whisk. Let that go for a second. And add in a 1/2 cup of milk. All right, I'm gonna add some garlic in with the beef mixture. Let that cook for just a minute and then we'll take this off the heat here. Whoops. The carrots should finish cooking in the oven. The mixture here has thickened and I'm adding in a 1/2 block of cream cheese. This is good. I'm gonna remove from heat and I'm gonna drain. I'm just gonna drain it like this. Moving my paper towel around to absorb the grease. Ooh, baby. Trying to multitask. All right, we're gonna add about 1/4 cup of shredded cheese. I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt because I used unsalted butter. And actually I'm gonna salt the meat. This is, you know, this is not your most thorough cooking tutorial you've ever seen. So if you were hoping for that, I'm so sorry to disappoint you. I'm gonna go for a 9x13. I think I will enjoy the tater tot ratio a little bit more, you know? If I use a smaller dish, we won't get as many tater tots. So, I'm just going to grease this. I love this little silicone brush thing. I can't find the same exact one on Amazon anymore, but it's so handy. You can put whatever oil you want in there. I always have avocado oil. And we're gonna add 1/2 of our meat mixture. All right, I'm not doing half because I've got 1/2 the amount in a larger pan. So we're gonna do our meat mixture. I said I was gonna add corn. Whoa, did I just see a gnat? Tiny, itty bitty bitty gnats. Drive me nuts. But they move so fast I can't get them. So I'm just adding corn. Apparently I didn't drain this very well when I opened the can because there's a lot of liquid in there, but probably good flavor liquid. But I just figured, why not with the veggies? I'm thinking of making broccoli on the side as well, but this kind of looks like a good amount of veggies. So the recipe says to like layer the meat and cheese, but we're just gonna do it all at once. I want all the cheese sauce, goodness. It did say that the, I'll have everything linked below for you. It said that this cheese sauce that they gave the recipe for the cheese sauce for this recipe, but it said it's really good to use in to just make mac and cheese with. So I love the idea of adding cream cheese, not just like a cheddar cheese, but that's because I like cream cheese. Just kind of mixing that in a little bit. Supposed to add more shredded cheese. And then we got some frozen tater tots, or potato puffs as Aldi calls them. I'm not sure how much we'll need, again, because I cut the recipe in half, but I'm still doing a 9x13. So I'm gonna not worry about putting these right on top of each other. You know, a little bit of gaps. The good news, and I do actually like dinners like this, it's gonna take about an hour in the oven, which is gonna be enough time for me to shower and then clean up the kitchen, which is great. All right, now I'm just gonna bake this in the oven at 350 for 50 to 60 minutes. I think it'll still take the same amount of time because we're cooking the tater tots, not the casserole. And while that cooks, I'm gonna work on cleaning this up and hopefully getting a shower. All right, it is another day. Let me just say that dinner was so good. My husband has been raving about it. It's the next day. I ate the leftovers, so I'm still raving about it. So good. I did make the pumpkin bread, but not until today. But I highly recommend it. Like I said, I think I already said I'll have that linked. But I did go grocery shopping today, so I figured since I hadn't actually ended the video, I might as well include a quick grocery haul for you. We have meat in the freezer, although I am looking for sales to do some more stocking up. Did a little bit of pantry stock up, and then mainly some fresh things with a couple treats. This is all from Aldi. I picked up some fruit, some peaches, grapes, and apples, some sourdough bread for my breakfasts. That's not right. For my breakfasts. How do you say breakfasts? Plural. Breakfasts. Wow. I should delete this and start over, but I'm not going to. Some tortilla chips. I got the blue corn because I really like those. And then the regular rounds, some yogurt, sour cream. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. The port wine cheese. And I did decide to get a tub of it. Cream cheese, cranberry white cheddar cheese, which is definitely a much healthier option. And I do really enjoy this. Although I have to say, I wish there was more cranberries in them. Some dark chocolate chips to just, make sure I have them on hand if the need arises. Some pepperoni for snacking. Another treat, I will probably eat some of these, but I was thinking my husband would really like these. Snickerdoodle spice almonds. Then I got some cinnamon bun granola. I know that my husband really enjoyed that when I got it last time, so I decided to get some more. Jasmine rice. Aldi has, at least my Aldi has stopped carrying the organic brown rice and organic white rice. I don't know what's up with that. But we got the jasmine rice, and my husband was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So I got a couple bags of that for the pantry. I also got a couple of these tomato soup. We really like this. And it's very tasty with some grilled cheese. And sometimes we'll do that on like a Sunday when I just don't feel like cooking after church. Some ketchup for the pantry and a couple of refried beans. And I needed some more light brown sugar. So I went and ran some errands today, and my washing machine is going off. I did some baking, which did ultimately lead to a little impromptu mopping session. And so I just washed the mop heads because I had used my last clean one. So anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.